Sisi delivered a speech after taking the oath at Parliament's new headquarters, thanking the populace for entrusting him with another term, which starts tomorrow. He outlined his objectives encompassing politics, foreign affairs, economic reforms, social protection, and urban development. He pledged to continue strengthening relations with all nations to allow Egypt to promote global peace, security, and development.
دعوني أجدد معكم العهد على استكمال مسيرة
I reaffirm my commitment to continuing the journey of nation building and fulfilling the aspirations of the esteemed Egyptian people in building a modern democratic state that excels in science, industry, urban development, agriculture, literature, and the arts. But Sisi's critics argue that in his first two terms, Egypt moved deeper into authoritarianism than former President Hosni Mubarak, who was ousted by a popular uprising in 2011 after ruling for 3 decades under a state of emergency. Rights groups say Sisi has muzzled political opponents, activists, and media, while security forces have carried out arbitrary detentions and torture with impunity. Said Sadiq is a professor of political sociology at Japan's Egypt University. He says Sisi's legacy so far is a mix of good and bad.
He had many challenges, legitimacy, fighting with big countries like Turkey and Qatari media, Al Jazeera. The Egypt borders were on fire, Libya, Sudan, Gaza. He was able to defeat terrorism in North Sinai. He built a lot of infrastructure, but at the same time, he had some problems economically. I mean, the weakest point in his rule has been the economy. The Egyptian pound lost a lot of its value, more poverty.
Sisi also vowed to deepen national dialogue and implement its recommendations to foster political and democratic participation, especially among the youth. al-Sisi emphasized his commitment to adopting strategies that maximize Egypt's economic resources and capabilities. Moreover, he stated that the state would embark on comprehensive institutional reforms to ensure financial discipline and achieve effective governance. Sadiq stresses that the economy and political reform are the real tests for Sisi's third term.
If Sisi is going to make stability sustainable in Egypt, he has to play with economy. He has to, do more things that are not what he did in the last 2 years. More on health, on education, on industrialization, on agricultural development, which he is doing. I mean, he did something about agriculture. You go to Toshka in Upper Egypt, there are a lot of wheat production that is happening. But he needs to focus more on the economic situation, because if he doesn't focus on the economic situation, you will have more instability in Egypt, because economic instability would lead to political instability, insecurity instability, would lead to illegal migration, terrorism, would lead to a lot of disasters.
After winning the December election with 89.6% of the vote against 3 relative unknowns, Sisi's new term runs until 2030. The oath also marked the inauguration of Egypt's new administrative capital, located in the desert east of Cairo, local media reported. For the past 2 years, his administration has struggled to contain the fallout of a punishing economic crisis that has seen the currency lose 2/3 of its value and inflation soar to a record 40% last year. In the first quarter of 2024, however, Egypt saw an influx of over $50 billion in loans and investment deals, which Cairo has said will ease the foreign currency shortages and revitalize the economy. For VOA, this is Angie Omar from Cairo.